Live from the You're All Dead Meat Studios of Arizona. Hi, my name is Chris, Mystic Moss, king of the MMA-Holes, king of the Dragons. How's everyone doing tonight? I couldn't do my typical yell and scream to start this thing over here. You may have noticed that we have a new studio name because right before we went live, music started blasting in my ear and I was like, oh my God. I'll let you guys know what that is in a second. We're going to be talking about the welterweight that will fight Leon Edwards / Scott in his next title defense as he defeats Kamaru Usman in front of his home peeps, and we're going to get into it. There's a lot of people that we can throw into the mix. I know Colby Covington is up top and all over the scene right now. I mean, he was in London. He's doing the interview rounds. He's back, baby. Colby Covington's back, and we're going to discuss if it's going to be indeed him as the person that's fighting Leon Edwards. We're going to recap the 286 card. It's going to be glorious. It's going to be wonderful. How's everyone doing in the chat? If you could take a second and hit the like button, that would be glorious as well. I want to make a quick shout out to our sponsors over here, CBDX.com. The promo code is MMA-Holes for 20% off. MyBookie.ag. MMA-Holes for 100% match on your first deposit. Sheath Underwear, if you want some great underwear, the best of the best. I've been raving about it since I've been wearing them. 20% off, promo code MMA-Holes. There's a link in the description down below. And Head Rush, 20% off, promo code MMA-Holes. Link in the description. Also, if you want to watch the fights this weekend, use our ESPN Plus link in the description down below. Now, you guys want to hear the song? You want to hear the song that I heard that scared the living daylights out of me before we went live? I'm setting up the stream. I'm like, okay, this could be a fantastic show tonight. Well, a $500 bomb. MMA-Holes, 500 where you dropped on the show, 500 bills in the air, 500 shake your derriere. World domination, here we come. Here's 500 reasons why we crush them bums. Greatest community in the world, smoke that reefer, boys and girls. Sucking that green into my lungs, using bidets to clean my buns. Hanging with fight buddies throughout the night, watching UFC, enjoying some fights. Knockout submissions, decisions, and more. I want to rub MMA into my balls. Whoever dropped the 500 on the show, you're a legend. MMA-Holes. Yeah.
You're All Dead Meat Studios.
So every time a $500 donation comes in, you get to rename the studio. And D-Rest says the new name of the studio is You're All Dead Meat Studios of Arizona. Come on.
Wonderful.
I was like, what? It is a better name. You know what's funny? Right before we went live, I'm like, okay, Dying Channel Studios, the joke's gone. You know, it's over. I'm sick of saying that. And lo and behold, as I was getting the scenes ready for tonight's stream, that was blasting in my ears. I was like, did he just drop $500? Before we went live, D-Rest is the king of the Monday show. I mean, the guy has, for some reason, Monday nights are his nights, and we will take some phone calls towards the end of the stream. Thank you so much, D-Rest, for your contribution. We're getting closer and closer to that crazy goal over there. Thank you so much. Let's see what else we got. We got something else, actually, in the mix over here. So that's this donation. It's a $500 donation, so it's got to sit there for a little bit. Just got to watch him freak out. You know, they can't stop him. They just can't stop that guy, you know. Here comes Tropic Tom.
Wonderful, wonderful.
I've finally figured out why I can't track down D-Rest's home address. He lives on Sesame Street in a garbage can. Explains a lot about the spelling. This message was brought to you by letters F and U and the number 11.
Wow.
Middle finger. Middle finger.
Thank you, Tropic Tom. It seems like if you want to know what the hell is going on, a lot of people probably have no idea what the hell that's about. But go into Discord. There is a lot of bantering back and forth and inside jokes, and I just stay out of it because I'm like, I don't even know what the hell's going on. But anyway, thank you guys so much. Appreciate the support. Let's get into it. Let's dive into the program here. What a start to the show. We've, in 6.5 years, we've never had a start where I'm literally preparing the stream and $500 pops in. That's insanity. So thank you. Thank you very much. So Colby Covington, he has been doing the internet scene, and I actually sat through the entirety of James Lynch's interview. So shout out to James Lynch. He did a very good job. He has, like, there are only a couple of people that could get a hold of Colby. Ariel is not one of them, which is fantastic. But James is one of them. Let's see, what's the Submission Radio? I don't listen to those two guys, but I've seen them with Colby. I've seen clips. Submission Radio and I don't know, maybe TMZ. Like, there's not really many people that can get a hold of the guy when it comes to doing those interviews. So James had an interview with him. You can go check it out on his YouTube channel. I listened and I laughed. I laughed a lot. Colby's back. He's back in the mix. There are theories going around that people are saying, Brendan Schaub being one of them, because, you know, he's Brendan Schaub. But I don't disagree with the theory of the UFC pulling Colby aside and saying, hey, drop all the charges. We want you to, if you want to fight for a belt, just drop all the charges with Jorge so Jorge could be freed up and fight Burns, and you'll fight for a belt in return. It sounds right. It sounds like that because all of a sudden there's no charges anymore. Like, Jorge's fighting Burns and Colby's fighting for a belt. Like, it's really weird. The strangest part of the whole thing is the fact that Leon Edwards and Kamaru Usman had no idea that Colby was going to be filling in. I don't think, as long as we've covered this sport, I don't think I've ever seen that before, where the UFC's like, surprise, if one of you guys can't make it, this guy's fighting. No one knew it was this guy. Like, I've never seen that before. We've seen guys, you know, on standby. The fighters knew about them. I have never seen a guy just show up and they're like, well, this is the guy. It was really weird. Really bizarre scenario that the UFC set up over there. Is it fair? Is it not fair? We should discuss that. We'll start off with that. We're going to go through the entire card. We're going to blast through it. But, you know, listen, the story is welterweight tonight. But let me know in the chat. Do you think it was fair to the people competing, UFC 286, the main event? Luckily, the two guys fought. Usman loses. Edwards moves on. And now he can find some new meat, fresh meat. But let me know in the chat what you think. And thank you guys for stopping by. Smash the like button. Thoughts on Colby Pine Coffin one-liner? Hold on. Help me out here. The Pine Coffin, because I did hear it. What was the joke? I'm trying to remember now. I can't remember what the fucking joke was. If you can give me the joke. I know I heard it. Guys, never forget Jesse on Fire. I'll never forget that. All's fair when money involved. Yes, I mean, that's true. I don't know. What do you mean the money? I mean, it would have been more money if they would have sold more if they broke this news earlier. You know, if they did it like literally at the weigh-ins, if they would have said this earlier that Colby's on standby, they would have sold more pay-per-views, in my opinion. Colby should take $100K from George and sign a title shot promise. Colby just sucker punched me in a parking lot. Oh my God. If they make weight, they should have to worry about the backup fighter. Life's not fair. Get over it. Colby is money. I can't listen to Colby. He's annoying as fuck, says Niall. We'll get into that as well. And to think Jesse feels that way too. Thinks about Colby and Dana's relationship. Colby is fighting for a belt. Is money. Leon is stupid. Colby fighting for the belt is money. Leon is stupid. Dude, what? Wait, damn Savage, that's like the most bizarre thing to say. Okay, so why is Leon stupid? What happened? Are you saying stupid for not wanting to take the Colby fight? Just that general statement was so out of left field. Is that, I'm trying to interpret it. Is that what you're trying to say? You're acting like a sausage in there. Think about what you wrote.
Come on, get loud, MMA-Holes in the crowd. Come on, get loud, MMA-Holes in the crowd.
There they are. MMA-Holes in the crowd.
MMA-Holes in the crowd. MMA-Holes in the crowd.
Okay, here we go. D-Rest with a little death. Dude, you have extra money after that $500 donation? Thank you, my man. Thank you, D-Rest. Still making it rain. Thank you. Leon said he's not going to fight him. He doesn't want to fight him. Yeah, you think Leon has a real say? You know, I don't think he does. I understand he's the champion and he's the one that has to sign the contract. I don't think they're going to give him. Well, all right, hold on a second. Sending Leon back to the UK. Oh, in a pine coffin, just like the U.S. did in English in 1776 Revolutionary War. Yes, I did hear that line, and that actually was pretty fucking funny. Here's my problem with Colby, right? He is a very funny guy. Like, some people don't like his humor. I do. I like the fact that he crosses the line. He went nuts calling Belal a racist when he did the interview with I Am Your Dad, yes, with James Lynch. And the racist thing was so freaking... Actually, let me play it. It was so funny because it's like, Belal's not racist, but it's just so fucking funny that Colby's going this angle. And the funniest part about Colby Covington is the people that take Colby serious. Like, that's the funniest part. There have been times where I'm like, oh, this guy's getting on my nerves, right? There have been times where I'm like, that joke didn't hit, you know? But overall, you can't deny the fact that Colby Covington is quite entertaining, right? Whether you like his jokes or don't like his jokes, you can kind of listen to his interviews because you don't know what he's going to say next. And one of the things he said here, let me hop in Discord real quick. I was literally laughing out loud. Let's see. I dropped it in... I should have put it in clips, but that's not an MMA-Holes clip. You guys have been very active in the Discord. I see a lot of activity over here. I got to go back. Let's see. Go. I'm going to have to put a different thread for clips like this, like outsider clips. A lot of Tom, a lot of D-Rest going down. Okay, I might not be able to find this clip. Let's see. Mm-hmm. Wow, you guys, I must be missing something massive in the Discord. Like, there is
Robot 12.
Whoa! Hearns, baby, dropping a 30 spot. Beastly. Yes. Let's go, champ.
Yes. Robot 12.
Robot 12.
Leon wants no part of Colby, wants the easy huge payday with Jorge.
It does feel like that. I understand when you're a champ, you feel like you can call the shots, you fight who you want to fight, but technically that's not really the case. You beat Kamaru, the next one's Colby. People going out there, and listen, I understand why Belal is upset. I like Belal Muhammad a lot. I would love to have Belal on the show. But no matter what your win streak is over, on the UFC, it doesn't. Colby's number 2. He is ranked number 2. He's right there. He's in the mix. And yes, if you think about selling pay-per-views, Colby Covington's not the biggest pay-per-view seller. Like if you look at previous pay-per-views, but he'll sell a lot more than Belal. He will. He will sell the shit out of that thing, and it'd be more interesting in the lead up, the trash talk, all this stuff. You'll have. I like that Colby was making fun of the the marble mouth that is Leon Edwards. I thought that was pretty funny because Edwards has a tough time getting those comments out, you know. But Colby too. Colby's like a stutterer, and sometimes he can't deliver his joke appropriately. So both of them mumbling and stuttering would be actually pretty funny to watch. But Colby would probably bury, you know, Belal Muhammad, Leon Edwards in the lead up. I think Leon knows it's a tough fight. I don't think Leon's like, I'm scared of this guy. I don't think any of these guys are scared. When you're at the top, when you just won a championship, I can't say that Leon Edwards is straight up scared of fighting Colby. I could say that he's realistic of the fact that Colby Covington is a tough matchup, and it's going to be hell the lead up with all the nonsense back and forth stuff that's going on. So I could say that. Thank you so much, Roberto. You guys are going nuts. You guys are fired up tonight. I'm going to let these things go. Here we go. You guys are going nuts tonight. We got boobs.
Hey, I can see your underwear. Put your boobies in the air.
We're fapping like I just don't care.
Can I lick your pubic hair? Snap a picture, time to share. Took my meat vision impaired. Filthy mind, I need a prayer. Pervert cameraman, beware. Pervert cameraman, show them tits. Pervert cameraman, $10 tip.
Come on.
Pervert cameraman, Ariani Celeste. Pervert cameraman, show them breasts. Boobies.
Whoa, we're going nuts tonight. It's a party.
Rich is what you supposes you are.
Rich is what you supposes you are. Thank you, D-Rest. I don't know what that means, but thank you so much. The $10 pervert cameraman. Here comes
Wonderful.
Sanosi.
Leon Edwards. Colby doesn't deserve a shot. Also Edwards. Jorge deserves it. Comical
right.
thinking he has the sway. Francis also thought he had it, but well.
Yeah, it's so true. That's a very good statement right there. It makes no sense. Leon's like, yeah, I'll fight Jorge. I don't want to fight Colby. I don't want to fight that Hamzat. I already said I would fight that guy, and the fight never came about. Now, I'm going to show you. Man, I'm about to say fuck the rest of the card here. I'm about to say fuck the rest of the card and just talk about this fight. We're going to spend majority of the time on it because this is the hot topic over here. But let me catch up on these donations. I'm going to roll through the card quickly. And then we're going to really spend some time on the main event because that's the topic. Terpy Buds, thank you so much for being a member, man. Appreciate that. Terpy Buds coming in, membering up. Very, very nice of you. And he also gifts. Wow, he became a member and then gifted a member. So let's find out who got his gift. This is exciting. Very exciting. Who is it? Drum roll. I don't know. I have no idea. But D-Rest gifted 5 double champ member. What? Whoa. Whoa. What?
Let's go, champ.
So Tom Hetrick, congratulations. You're a member. Welcome to the championship club. Welcome. Who's next?
Let's go, champ.
Optimal World. It's a party tonight. It's a party tonight.
Let's go, champ.
Online Tough Guy. Wow. Wow. Who else?
Let's go, champ.
The Last Savage Left. Wow.
Let's go, champ.
Hit the like. Thank you. Wow. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much.
Wonderful.
Wow, we get some more members. That's so cool.
What about Rakhmonov?
Okay. So I have my matchups. I'm going to tell you, because I am the best matchmaker in all the land, I'm going to tell you exactly the top 6. I'm going to tell you what should happen at welterweight. I do want to find this James Lynch thing here really quick. I'm scrolling through the Discord. I should not have dropped it in this section. I did not expect you guys to be going crazy. And that's like, wow, what optimistically cynical. Let's see the debate once and for all. Milwaukee bandsaw. Oh, my God, dude. Dude, you sliced your freaking hand? I don't know if you're in the chat, but I hope you feel better. That dude, I'm not showing that on there. That's pretty gruesome. Optimistically cynical. You found it? Can you put it back? Would you be able to drop it again? Yeah, let me jump to the present. If you could jump, I can't even find this thing. It's like buried. Shout out to the sausage. Okay, listen to this, guys. Listen to this. This is really funny.
And that guy's racist, man. He was saying that the only reason this happened is because I'm white. How is that? I was going to ask you about that. What did you think about him deleting the tweet? That's despicable.
See, now James is usually pretty good. He's usually pretty good with this stuff. Although he made a critical error, like talking over something that he made the mistake of talking over it. He should just let Colby rant.
Pick some kid top of the world and the top of the mountain and the ladder than me, and I put in the work, So I'm not going to pick some kid up who's at the very bottom of the prelims. You got to earn your.
So he's talking about Belal Muhammad, and check out James Lynch's YouTube channel. He had the whole interview, 28 minutes. He has the hook with Colby.
Way up here, and that guy's racist, man. He was saying that the only reason this happened is because I'm white. How?
Here we go.
I was going to ask you about that. What did you think about him deleting the tweet?
That's despicable. That's disgusting, man.
That's despicable. That's disgusting. It's disgusting. Hear it again?
Ask you about that. What did you think about him deleting the tweet?
That's despicable. That's disgusting, man. I would never say that and use someone's color of their skin by that's why they got that done. Disgusting, man. He should be literally fined and kicked out of the UFC.
What do you think would happen if you said that about another fighter's ethnicity?
Oh my gosh. Honestly, I can't even imagine. My everything that I worked for my whole entire life would be shit. It would be sunken. My ship would be literally.
It would be sunken. I loved Colby, man. I love it. Like Colby Covington. This is the best thing about Colby. Colby is a former kid that was bullied. He openly said this in previous interviews back in the day. When he was a kid, he was bullied. He was pushed around. And I guess he got into martial arts and wrestling, especially, so he can defend himself. And then he took that to the next level. Next thing you know, he's an interim champ in the UFC. He's fighting for titles. Like, he's doing his whole thing. He came up with his shtick. But inside the shtick is the kid that was bullied. And every once in a while, when Colby goes on his rants, he's hilarious. But he kind of slides back into the kid that was bullied. And you hear it here. Like, that's why I think I'm starting to like Colby more, because you still hear the real guy stuck in there, and he fucks up, and he's like, okay, let me get back to WrestleMania, Colby Covington.
That I worked for my whole entire life would be shit. It would be sunken. My ship would be literally sunken. Like, that would be the end of Colby Chaos Covington. But I would never say something so stupid, because it has nothing to do with that ever. I don't care what color of the skin you are, man. That's not what I look into. I look at like the integrity inside your heart. The person that you are. I look at other things. How smart you are. It's just disgusting, man.
It's disgusting. Belal Muhammad, you're a disgusting human being. You're a racist, according to Colby Covington. Belal, Colby, one of you guys. This is a call out from the MMA-Holes, okay? Colby Chaos, Belal, remember the name Muhammad. One of you guys need to come on the show. Now, I have a spot open on Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern time or 10 p.m. Eastern time. One of you guys take the offer. Come on Wednesday night. Let's talk about this. Belal, you could address the fact that you're a blatant racist. Colby Covington, you can address the fact that you were bullied. I don't know. You could talk about your title shot, that you're going to get back, and you do deserve it. I honestly think that Colby Covington does deserve the title shot. Come on Wednesday night. Get Colby, not Belal. You know what's funny? Chubbs came into on Twitter, said same thing. Get Colby. I think majority of you guys probably would rather Colby because he's the character. He's this, he's that. Like Ryan said, I would unsub if he had Belal. Let me just say this. I've spoken to Belal on his show. I was on his show. You could check that out on our Instagram. He's actually a really fucking cool dude. Like, Belal Muhammad is cool. He's funny. The problem is, sometimes his sense of humor on Twitter, I guess people take it in a certain way, where sometimes people seen his previous fights and thought it was boring. Let me be honest with you guys. There have been Colby Covington fights that were boring. It's the truth. There have been Colby Covington fights where it's pitter patter, pitter patter. Okay, no one's getting knocked out here. You know? There have been that too. You know, it's not like Colby Covington's like sparking everybody. That's not the case. But the difference with Colby is the lead up to me is more exciting. You know, Colby against Usman, both of those fights were great. I loved both of those fights over there. But the lead up is why I would like Colby. You know, he's fucking hilarious. He's a funny dude, man. Very funny guy. Anyway, let's catch up on some alerts over here. Thank you guys for the generosity. Seriously, let's beat the meat. Someone wanted Ariel spanking. Here he is.
Spank away.
Oh! Helwani. Ariel Helwani. Spank in the chat, baby. Spank, 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 spank. Fired. Ariel Helwani.
Dana White doesn't like me.
Oh my God, so.
I love this beat. I like to imagine that Ariel is staring at my Mumbai mommy milkers. You know what they say about a man with a big nose? Follow your nose. It always knows the flavor of curry.
Thank you, Vishwan. Appreciate that. That's our Ariel Helwani 725 Beat the Meat donation. I tuned into Ariel today, and he was playing darts, so I turned it right off. I'm like, what the no joke. Like, I tuned into Ariel Helwani today. I saw his thumbnail. I saw everything was going on. I'm like, okay, let's see. Leon Scott's going to be on. Let's check that out. Okay. He's playing darts. He's playing darts. I guess better than masturbating, right?
I've got a smartphone and I need a time machine.
You faggot. You can't touch me, you're not man enough. I eat your asshole alive, you bitch. Fuck you, you hoe. Come and say to my face, fuck you, ass for everybody. You bitch. Come on, you bitch. You're scared coward. You're not man enough to fuck with me. You can't last 2 minutes in my world, bitch. Look at you scared now, you hoe. Scared like a little white pussy. Scared of the real man. I'll fuck you till you love me.
Ooh, easy.
Michael.
Thank you. Yo, you guys are on fire. Absolutely on fire tonight. And I appreciate it. I feel the energy. I thank you so much for the donations. Appreciate that. If you want to interrupt the show, you know how to do that. Hit the Streamlabs donations. We have a whole bunch of songs in our description down below. A little jukebox. You could play whatever amount, whatever. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay. All right. I am incredibly derailed right now. Let's just blast through this card because I don't want to spend too much time talking about everything else. I want to talk about the main stuff. I want to talk about Leon Edwards. I want to talk about Colby Covington and the other athletes that could fight for the title. Colby's not guaranteed. It's not a lock. I know Dana says that. Dana says a lot of things. But Leon doesn't want to fight him. We'll talk about that in a second. Veronica Hardy got the win. Dan Hardy's lover got a win. Very impressive, actually, off of this goofy mess. This girl over here, Juliana Miller, I thought she was going to win. I did. Now, let me just say this. Still mystical. Looking at my predictions over here. 1, 2, 3. Only 4 out of 15 fights. 4 wrong. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Plus money on my bets. Everything's good. But not bad. Anyway, Miller, what was she doing? What was this girl doing? This girl throwing a punch. She throws a punch like me. I can't throw a punch. I can talk into a microphone. I can make stupid donation songs. That's about it. I'm pretty much of a goofball. But this one over here, I was like, what the... I didn't know what she was doing out there. Veronica just worked her, looked great, and unanimously defeated her. Maybe Juliana had an off night, or maybe Veronica just had a great game plan, or she had stopped the fight in the corner. I don't know what it was. Good win for Veronica Hardy. And that's all I have to say on that. This was a draw, so I could go eat an ass. Joanne Wood needed this fight in the worst way. She got the win, split decision. Oh, thank you very much for the win. I thank you. I'm so happy that I got the win. I'm just JoJo, and I just love this company, and I just want my pussy eaten. And she didn't say that, but Dana White said she can fight as long as she wants in the UFC. Dana loves JoJo because I sucked his dick the other day, and it was great. So JoJo wins, okay? Jake Hadley gets the win, and Jake Hadley looks like he's permanently angry. He looks like he's just constantly angry. I don't know what it is, but I love watching this kid fight. He beat Malcolm Gordon. Malcolm Gordon came and missed weight, and Hadley just beat the brakes off of him. He looked great in this fight. He got the... finish in the first round, the TKO. Jake Hadley's going to be fun to watch. He's 10-1 from the UK, and I can't wait to see what's next. I actually reached out to him. I would like to interview him. Duncan, a very unfortunate injury happened to Todorovic. Can't say that guy's name, but his knee blew out. Just stepped on it weird, and that was that. So Duncan stays undefeated. Lerone Murphy gets a split decision on Santos. Muhammad Makayev. Okay, so this fight over here, this is pretty nuts. So Makayev was in a spot in this fight where his knee was getting bent in all the wrong directions. Knee bar was happening. And I said, be careful with this man over here, because his win in the Contender Series was against a very solid competitor. And he's a problem. Like, he's not a layup. Now, he wasn't winning the fight, but he was this close to breaking Muhammad's leg in half. And you could look at Muhammad Makayev, who was only 22 years old. This kid he's a stud, but he's very young, and you don't want to see him catch an injury like this. What's his how you spell his last name? Is M-A-K? M-A-K. Islam. What's his name, this guy? There's so many freaking guys. What the fuck is his... Anyone know his handle? Makayev? I just want to show this picture real quick. Dun 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 dun. Yeah, I'm just gonna do this, put it in there, and see what happens. I'm too lazy to type it in. Here we go. Yep. I guess this is no, this is Muhammad. No, what the dude? There's so many. What's his handle? Does anyone know this guy's handle? Makayev. Here, let me just go like this. Oh, here we go. Boom. Okay. So here's the. Oh no, that's not it. Where's this fucking knee? Where's the picture of his knee? Did they take it off? Or maybe the UFC website has, the UFC page has it up. Maybe. No, maybe not. Does anyone know where the hell this is? Anyway, Makayev's knee was just completely inflamed, and hopefully this kid doesn't need any surgery. He gets out of it and grabs the neck, actually cranks the neck crank on Filio, and gets the win in the third round, late in the third round, finishes him. After his knee was going the other direction, hops on the backside, no hooks in, cranking on the head, says, give me the freaking check. And kid gets the win. I really hope this kid is okay. I hope he doesn't have a serious injury. He's only 9-0, but he's 22 years old, and he's a lot of fun at flyweight. So we'll see. His knee was a balloon. Yes, correct. Yanal, which I hate saying this guy's name because it sounds like anal. Yanal gets the win over here, so congratulations on Yanal. Jesse commentated that fight. I didn't see it, but he got a knockout in the first round. Duncan gets the win, the split decision over Morales. Jack Shore gets the rear naked choke. Looked very good. Second round. Then we go into Vittori versus the Leeds. I thought it was a very competitive fight. I did. Oh, thank you, Ryan. Appreciate that. Look at you guys. The best. The best of the best. Discord. Just got to turn alerts off real quick. Actually, while I do that, let's multitask. Whoop. Terpy Buds just gifted another membership. This is very exciting. Who has it? Who has it? Who has it? Who?
Let's go, champ.
Jelani Adebayo Nwachukwu. You are membered up. That's a long name. It's a very long name. Congrats. Congrats. You got your new emojis. Oh, boy. We're farting. We're farting. We're farting. We're farting, boys. A song composed of my own farts. Let him fly, baby. Thank you, D-Rest.
Sanochi is a pussy.
Oh, my God, dude. Wow. Wowzers. Those are fighting words. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. Let me look at the goal here. Where are we at right now? $1,764.89. What? Come on. Damn, man. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much, D-Rest. Okay, so here it is. Thank you so much, Ryan, for putting this in over here. It's in the Discord. So here it is. Dude, I don't know how he didn't tap. Look at how this leg is bending. Look at this. Dude, was he made of plastic, elastic? What is that? Rubber band legs? Mackay's just chilling. I don't know how he slipped out of that thing. And then submitted his opponent after that. That's just nuts. Talk about toughness. Sometimes it doesn't pay being that tough, you know? Because if he's severely injured from that, it's probably better to take the loss than to take a serious injury, you know? It's a scary moment. And you look at the swelling over there, I'd be shocked if he doesn't need surgery. I'd be shocked. So I hope he's okay, man. I really do. I like watching that kid fight. Okay, let me change this. Notifications. There we go. All right, that's taken care of. All right, where do we leave? So, yeah, Vettori got a win that he had to get. Although, it's a unanimous decision. I thought it was very close, this fight. I did. I thought the leads looked pretty good there, but Vettori gets the win. We move on. How about Maya? I put this bet in last second.
Wonderful.
Dominated the undefeated O'Neal.
I don't need to flaunt. I bested you on fourth rest. Enjoy being in me and Hearn's shadow. I'll let you have this one tonight.
Wow, you guys. Can't we all just get along? Thank you, Sanosi, for the donation. Appreciate that. Yeah, so Jennifer Maya, I couldn't believe she was getting plus money, and I didn't make the bet initially, but we made it like spontaneous after this Deleeds fight. I took a chance with Deleeds. So I bounced back with Maya. Maya, unanimous decision. Casey O'Neill, people were so high on this chick, and I thought they were high for making her the favorite, so that was an easy bet to place. Gunnar Nelson got a very dominating Brian Barberena dismantling with the armbar. He's back. He's back in the mix. Justin Gaethje, I saw some people saying that they thought Fiziev won this fight, and I think you're crazy, but it was competitive. Don't get me wrong. It was a competitive fight. Did you see Fiziev's face after that? Or Fiziev? Yeah. You can tell who won that fight. Gaethje did what he had to do. He beat a guy that was dangerous, up-and-comer. Everyone was high on him. But Fiziev probably needed that loss. You know? He probably did. He probably did need that loss. I mean, I wouldn't go crazy and say, oh, you know, he's exposed, he's this and that. I think a fight like that, he's only going to learn from. He's still only 30 years of age, so I think he gets back to the drawing board. He's a problem. There's no doubt about that. But Gaethje, you know, plus money on Gaethje, I had to jump on that. So shout out to Justin Gaethje. What's next for Justin? I mean, I think the Poirier rematch makes sense. I would say. Let's look at the rankings here. This will switch up a little bit, but for Monday, Gaethje's sitting at 3. So, I mean, yeah, where's Poirier going to go? You know, Poirier is kind of in limbo right now. He just beat Chandler. Chandler's below him. He's just kind of hanging out. I think Poirier actually verbally agreed. So throw it back out there. Throw it back. Let's go. Gaethje versus Poirier 2. I mean, I'd like that. I can't complain. Yeah, just do that. Because you got Beneil Dariush versus Charles Oliveira. Where's Poirier going to go? He's going to fight Islam for the championship again? That doesn't make any sense. Is he going to fight? He's not fighting Chandler. Is he going to fight Fiziev? Why would Fiziev hop up there? Gaethje's the only thing available for a DP. So, I mean, there's no debate. Unless Gaethje goes to another weight class. I mean, there's no debate. Gaethje fights Poirier in the rematch. Maybe he can... I think Poirier still wins, though.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Rye Drive.
What about Drest versus Sanochi slap fight live on the channel?
Yes. I would do that. But there are weight classes, and I feel like there might be a size difference between the two, so that wouldn't be fair. But if they both signed waivers, yes, I would 100%. On the Strip, let's do it. Go to the Vegas Strip and go. I got kind of bummed out. I mean, not bummed out, but what's it called? International Fight Week is when I'm having my second kid. So I'm like, oh my God. Like crazy me is like, is this going to roll into, am I going to have to do another live fight reaction with the baby in my arms like that? Like, what's going to, am I going to be in a hospital and miss the fights? I shouldn't be thinking that way, but I am. I'm a lunatic. So hopefully a little guy shows up on time during the week. We get everything taken care of and we get back into Fight Buddy Studios. That's what I'm hoping. Fingers crossed. So I did a little test here. I have the stream on in the background, and sure enough, a commercial popped up. Uh-oh. Sorry, guys. They're monetizing us. Is that... Yeah, I don't know who's getting that money. But they're monetizing us. Hopefully we get that money. Anyway, let's get back to the rest of this card here. Oh, hold on.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Roberto.
I don't know why people call me out, but okay, lol. D rest for biggest donator. Sanochi third place. Tortilla has first and second.
There we go. Yeah, overall, it's going to be tough to catch up to the Hearns. Although Sanosi is giving him a run. The amount of money that Sanosi's been going lately is kind of fucking nuts. All you guys, I don't give a shit. Who's in first, second, and third? I appreciate all your donations. And if you guys want to all eat each other up, that's fine. If you want to compete, that's fine. But you guys are all wonderful, wonderful to me.
Wonderful, wonderful.
All right. Thank you, Roberto. Appreciate that, man. And Sanosi and everyone. Rye Drive for coming in. Thank you, guys. Okay. So Leon Edwards versus Kamaru Usman. That happens. And Kamaru Usman loses. Now, I got to be honest with you. I only watched it once. I didn't go back in there. I don't want to sit through this shit again. But in real time, I understood why one of the judges actually said it was a draw, because I said it was a draw because of that point deduction over there. And I think they should keep doing that. If you're going to grab the fence, stop the takedown, bang, it's a penalty, it's a foul, take a point immediately. There's no need to warn, because that could have swung the entire momentum of the fight. Like Kamaru could have got him down, Leah might have got stuck, and then that's it. He gets his ass pounded in, and that's it. So take a point there. Didn't even affect Leon. The judges saw it his way. I don't think there's controversy, even though I thought it was a draw. It doesn't matter. Leon Edwards wins the fight. Kamaru Usman says he's not going to retire. He says he's still going to compete. So what I'm going to show you are the fights to make. This is the mystical fights to make. I am the real matchmaker. I'm the guy that really makes the decisions. It's the time I tell everyone here, okay? Colby Covington will fight Leon Edwards. Leon Edwards does not have a leg to stand on. You can't fucking say that you're going to fight Jorge Masvidal if he beats Gilbert Burns. That's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Now, I understand you got the clip, the 3-piece of soda. You could market that. Blah, 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 blah. Get the fuck out of here with that. Get out of here. Colby Covington's next. He's number 2. You already beat Kamaru Usman. Just do it. Just put Colby there. Okay? Stop with the nonsense. The whole, Belal's on this winning streak, this and that, okay? Listen, I would like to see Belal get a shot, but you got Hamzat ahead of him too, right? Hamzat says he's moving up to middleweight. I got the matchups. Kamaru Usman's next fight will be Belal Muhammad. Winner of that gets a title shot. It's a number 1 contender fight. If Usman jumps on a win over there, dominates Belal, you throw him right into the fucking mix again. You just do it. Okay? Kamaru versus Belal. Because who else is Kamaru going to fight? Khamzat Chimaev? No. The man missed weight by many pounds. The man saying he's going to fight in middleweight. If Khamzat Chimaev is going to stay in welterweight, if he's going to stay there, you must make Shavkat Rakhmonov versus Khamzat Chimaev. The battle of the end in the V's. Go at it. Put them together, and let's finally find out which one is superior. Make that fight happen. Enough of navigating around that nonsense. Put them together. Shavkat, Khamzat. Make it fucking happen. You already got Gilbert Burns versus Masvidal. Gilbert Burns taking a fight way below him. So that's taken care of. So the top 6 fights on this card over here, top 6 fighters, I should say, it's done. There's no more fucking games here. It's done. It's made. It's matched. We're done. There's nothing else to debate. Now, if you have another bunch of matchups, listen, I would love to see Khamzat versus Colby. That'd be fun. But what we going to do with Leon? All right, Leon versus Belal. I understand that Belal's been doing very good. Belal Muhammad just beat Sean Brady at 9. Like, where was Sean Brady before? I don't even fucking know. Was he higher? I have no idea. But Sean Brady was even top 5. He beat Sean Brady. Now, Sean Brady was undefeated. He knocked him out, which is very impressive. But he beat Sean Brady. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I like Belal Muhammad. I think Belal's either 1 or 2 away. I do. I do think that. Colby's already been up there, been there, done that, interim champ. Went to 2 wars with Kamaru Usman, and some argue that Colby won. So you got to give Covington some respect. I understand people say, hey, you can't sit out a year and then all of a sudden get a title shot. He didn't quite sit out. My man got jumped in the fucking street by a thug named Jorge Masvidal. A lot of shit going on behind the scenes. Once that all got ironed out, once the UFC said, hey, Colby, we'll give you a title shot, and this is the Shab theory, and some others as well, I kind of agree with it. I don't think they're off on this. I hate that I agree with Shab, but I think he's right. Fight for a championship, drop the charges for Jorge Masvidal. Boom. We're good. We're good. We're good to go. I mean, it makes all the sense. Belal Muhammad fighting Kamaru Usman for the #1 contender spot. Yes, it's a tough fight for Belal. But after watching Kamaru Usman against Edwards, Belal has a shot. It's not like he doesn't. And then what are you going to do with Kamaru Usman? Kamaru Usman doesn't have many things going on here. Fighting Belal actually makes sense for Kamaru. That's the matchups to make. That's the only thing that makes sense. Now, there's a guy named Stephen Thompson that's sitting over here. And I couldn't help but think this. Stephen Thompson's like, I don't want to fight these grapplers anymore. You know, I'm sick of this shit. Put me with a strike, I'll fuck them up, right? And Thompson looked fantastic in his last fight. He proved that he still has a little bit left in the tank. I can't help but think Stephen Wonderboy Thompson has a path back to the belt. Like, it's legit there again. Now, yes, Belal Muhammad did work to him. Gilbert Burns did work to him. They hugged, they grinded, and they grappled their way to victories with that. Beat up Stephen Thompson. But if Thompson can find a way to navigate around this grappling frenzy over here, if he could find one win somewhere in the mix, Wonderboy's back in the mix. He's back in a title shot contention. And I got to be honest with you, Wonderboy versus Leon Edwards, he's got a legit real shot at winning that fight. Stephen Thompson could beat Leon Edwards. There's not a doubt in my mind that Stephen Thompson could beat Leon Edwards. It's a great fight. But how do you get there? That's the question. How the fuck do you get there? Do you have to just skip the line and fight Usman? Maybe. Maybe the UFC says, well, you know, Belal, I don't know, I'm not the biggest Belal fan. Let's have Belal fight a guy named Shavkat Rakhmonov, which apparently they're working on. According to sources, Belal Muhammad is supposed to fight Shavkat. If that is the case, it doesn't make sense for Thompson to fight Usman, but maybe Usman pulls his weight around, says, hey, I'm the former champ, I want to fight this guy. It's a dangerous fight for me. I'm fighting a number 7 guy. But if you look at the rest of them, it might be his best option. That could actually happen. It is not impossible that Stephen Thompson skips the line and fights Kamaru Usman. There's a lot of possibilities here at welterweight, but I'm going to stick with my matchmaking because I'm the best. Kamaru Usman, he will fight. Let me know in the chat. Who you got? Because I'm going Belal Muhammad. Are you opening Discord? Yes, I will take calls tonight because the donations have been wonderful. So I will be talking to the peeps. Who thinks this welterweight division is trash? I don't. Honestly, I kind of wanted Kamaru to win because there were other options that I was interested in. But I got to be honest with you. Leon Edwards winning this, and if he stays there, there is a fucking slight smidge of a possibility that we might even see a guy named Conor McGregor if he gets a couple of wins and Leon's still sitting there fighting for a title. And it's a winnable fight, which is kind of crazy to think about. You got Islam Makhachev calling out a guy named Leon Edwards. I mean, there's so many weird things that you could put together that, now that I think about it, I don't hate. I don't. Leon is the man. Paulo Costa versus Usman. Masvidal. You don't want Masvidal. Do you really? The three-piece Minnesota, does that still interest you? Does that still interest you? Now, if Streamlabs won't let you donate, what? Try maybe the link in the chat? The description, maybe? If the link in the live chat doesn't work, try the link in the description. What was I going to say? I forgot what the fuck I was going to say now. Yeah, if Masvidal beats the crap out of Gilbert Burns, if he literally just runs over Gilbert Burns, everyone's going to be all over Sweet Street Jesus again. If he knocks out Gilbert Burns, flatlines him, which is very possible. It's not an impossibility. Everyone's going to go nuts. Everyone's going to lose their mind. And Masvidal has done a very good job at marketing himself and making fans completely delusional. And I have a lot of respect for that, at least. But I'm never jumping on that delusional train. And can Masvidal beat Leon Edwards because he sucker punched him in the hallway? The answer is no. No, guys. Leon beats Masvidal in a cage. Now, if he sucker punches him, it's a different story.
Super chat.
Damula.
Leon wants easier fight in Masvidal, bro. Easy.
Yeah.
United States dollar.
Pretty much. I don't blame it. You finally get to that peak. You finally get to the throne, right? Now you're sitting there and you're like, okay, let me plot my next move. So I don't want to kill these guys too much because I got to be honest with you. If I'm up there too, I got the belt already. So I probably want to fight the easiest fights too. I just want to get paid. I got the belts. I achieved what I always wanted to achieve. Some people like to chase greatness. I don't give a fuck. Greatness to me is to fucking have money to support my family. That's greatness to me. Legacy to me is to my family to look back when I'm long gone and they say, hey, that guy took care of me. So if Leon Edwards wants to fight Jorge Masvidal, he's doing that because, yes, it's the easier fight. It's the bigger money fight. Think about it. That's what he's doing. That's what Leon's. So I'm not going to completely shit on him, say he's scared, he's this, he's that. He's trying to do what's right for him. I get it. But as a fan, if you want to see the best matchups, the best fights, yes, Masvidal's not the guy. He's not. He is not the guy. I'm going to open up the Discord. You guys want to call in? I'm going to open up the Discord phone lines. But what I'm going to do quickly is I'm going to take a quick break. When we come back from this break, the lines will be open. You can call up the MMA Holes. I want to hear your matches. I'm going to tell you mine one more time before we go to this break. Okay? I believe that Kamaru Usman should fight Belal Muhammad. I believe that Colby Covington should fight Leon Edwards, which they already are setting up. Even though Belal Muhammad, they're setting up for Shavkat, I think it's better Belal versus Kamaru. Okay? Hamza Chimaev, put him against Shavkat. Let's get it out of the way. Let's find out which big, scary Chechnyan, whatever the hell, Swede, I don't know what the fuck you want to call these guys, fuzzy hat guy versus cleft lip, whatever you want to say. I want to see scary guys fight each other. Gilbert Burns is going to be fighting Masvidal. The top six is taken care of. It's done. It's done. The work is done. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Boop, boop, boop. The Jamaican won in front of his peeps in the UK. Got the Glock out. Who's the next welterweight? When we come back from the break, it's time to hear your calls. The people, the MMA-Holes. So stick around, hit the fucking like button, beat it up, smash it up, destroy the like button, and we'll be right back after these quick words from our sponsors.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Chiesa, underworld of legends.
Yeah, baby, it's time for phone calls. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say a big thank you to our sponsors, and I want to thank everyone for stopping by tonight, Monday night stream. Thank you to the donators that came in. You guys, I tell you what, when you guys come in with those crazy donations, it just lights this fire up my asshole, and it's wonderful, wonderful. So thank you guys.
The MMA-Holes hour
What?
here. Hope you're one.
Shut the fuck up, bro. If you guys could hit the like button like that cock hit Jeff Molina's mouth, that would be wonderful, wonderful. Okay? So hit that like button, and I appreciate it. Let me just say this before we do open the phone lines. I'm going to tell you my matchups again, and there's an alteration in case. Well, let me just say this. So I said Khamzat, Kamaru Usman will fight Belal Muhammad. Colby Covington versus Leon Edwards. Khamzat Chimaev versus Rakhmonov. And Gilbert Burns is fighting Jorge Masvidal, excuse me. If Khamzat does move up to middleweight, which is a very big possibility, super simple. And I'm sorry, Belal Muhammad. I know you're kind of lost in the shuffle over here, but they're already working on this fight with you versus Shavkat, Belal versus Shavkat. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it. Stephen Thompson fight Kamaru Usman. It's done. It's done. It's fucking done, baby. Easy. Easy. Just call me Mystic Matchmaker. I got it all taken care of for you guys. I got it all taken care of, okay? No complaints. Sign the contracts. Get the fights going, and let's move this division forward, okay? I don't have time for bickering on social media. Just make the damn fights and let me watch them. In order to call the show, it's very simple. It's Discord. It's a super simple thing. You find our icon, you hit call. You either right-click it, you tap it, whatever. I'm going to put hello in our comments in our regular Discord server here. Hello. Call me. Okay? In order to find our... whoops. Well, it says hello, kill me. I forgot the A. But kill me. The Discord's in my link tree down below in the description, so you could do that. And Savage, if you can get a hold of that link, and hey, look at this fucking guy. Sausage! It's the sausage, baby. The sausage! We have a lot to take care of. I feel like I solved all the problems, but call me up and let me know about the rest of the stuff on the card if you want to talk about that. Or if you have solutions for the welterweight division. What'd you think about Leon's performance? You know the drill. All right, here we go. We got Sonosi calling in. Sonosi, how you doing?
I'm the best.
You're the best. How you doing, Sonosi? What's up, man?
Oh, wonderful, wonderful.
Nice.
Wonderful, wonderful.
All right.
So yeah, looking through your little list of things, I do agree with most of. The only thing I would kind of change is I would put, Leon, Kobe. Just the one part that would be the switch would be I'd put Usman against Chimaev.
Usman against Chimaev. Okay. So, all right. So then, so give me the top 6 then. What's the matchups here?
Okay, so Leon versus Kobe, Usman versus Chimaev, Belal versus, Rakhmonov, because they already had that hosted, and we already got Gilbert listed with Jorge. I mean, if you want to give Stephen Thompson something, you could always give him Jeff Neal for a brawl in the meanwhile.
Okay. So I don't hate it. I just don't think Kamaru Usman's going to be like, hey, I just lost to Leon Edwards. Let's fight Khamzat Chimaev. I think he's going to find a way to escape that fight.
I know it's realistically he would never take it. If that was my dream setup, that's how I would do it.
Yeah. Because Kamaru still, he was the pound for pound for a little bit. He just took the loss. He's still one ranked. So I have a feeling he's going to be a little resistant there. Now, fighting Belal Muhammad, the problem with that is both of these guys are Ali Abdelaziz guys. So that could be a monkey wrench too. It really could. So realistically, the second matchmaking little thing that I did probably is what makes the most sense. Kamaru Usman fighting Stephen Thompson actually makes sense. Shavkat versus Belal. I know Belal's not going to be happy about that, but he doesn't really have much of a choice. Can't really sit around forever. And Belal's no slouch. He'll take anything. Like he's a badass, so he probably would take that fight. Yeah, that's probably the more likely scenario. And if Stephen Thompson takes out Usman, oh my god, dude.
I don't know how it. I would love it. I would love to see it. That'd be a great fantasy. But it's like, damn.
It's not impossible. It really isn't impossible. This Usman, a little more beat up. Bad knees, didn't look great. Like, looked good, but didn't look great in that fight. What did you think about Usman's performance?
I think most honestly, I think it just comes down to who he was facing than his abilities. I think it was mental.
Yeah,
I mean,
he was
you
on.
you get showed up, and I mean, you're winning the whole fight, and then you get knocked out of nowhere. I think that messed with him more than anything else.
Yeah, and he's fighting in Leon's backyard, so he had that added pressure as well. So not many things were in his favor for that fight.
And we saw Leon didn't have to deal with the elevation, and it showed that the elevation was the problem for the second fight because Leon fought much better in the third.
What do you think, JR in the chat? We're friends now. We used to hate each other, but now we're best friends. He says Belal Muhammad is the guy that deserves a shot. Now, a lot of people on Twitter, he's like, a lot of people on Twitter are jumping on the Belal train. I like Belal. After we had a little conversation, I kind of like the guy. I think he's actually a nice guy. But I just think he's one off, maybe two. I don't know. What do you think?
I'm looking at his record. His little streak was, nobody, Sato, Good, Lima, the eye poke, and then you have a very old Maya, Thompson, who's basically kryptonite against any grappler. Luque was nice for revenge for it, and Brady was your best thing. It's like, I'm sorry, man, you didn't beat a top 5 person yourself. You don't got room to talk.
Yeah. Belal looks very good, especially ever since he moved over with training with the Habib boys. Made a smart move switching over the camps. I think he's at the best he's ever been. But yes, you are correct. Like he does have the win streak, so he's in the mix. But if he found a way to sell, here's the problem. It's a big problem. Remember the name Belal Muhammad has a podcast with John Anik's brother. No one is watching it. If you look at the views, no one is watching that podcast.
He needs to use that.
What's that?
He needs to weaponize that podcast more.
He has to sell himself better. Now he does throw out like fun things on Twitter. He on Instagram, he's very active, and it seems like people take to that. But it's really weird that no one's watching his YouTube show. Like his show, no one's watching that. And I think
I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
My reason, at least. One, if you most of your interactions here on Twitter, I'm sorry, the man comes off as a crybaby half the time.
Okay, so you dislike how he handles what? Like just
He complains about things not going his way. This is to Kobe this, to Kobe that. It's like, yeah, I get it. You hate Colby Covington. The dude, you're allowed to have your opinion, but goddamn, man, get off his dick just because you can't get a title shot. I think he's just mad and jealous.
Well, how would you handle it if you were Belal? So you would say just, hey, Colby, take it?
No, I just think he's crying about it too much.
Uh-huh.
He can go a whole different direction for it, or call out Kobe, try to call him out again or something, but say, oh, Dana White privilege or something. It's like, dude, that's not helping your case.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Beat the shit out. You know the badass thing was like, you know what? I'll do what you won't do. I'll call the guys you're afraid to fight. I'll beat the shit out of them, and then I'll get my title shot. That's how you handle it. You don't scurry up trying to think, well, I deserve the shot. I have a winning streak. No, you take out someone like Chimaev or Rachmanov, and then you prove your point.
Okay.
Let your actions prove it.
So I'm going to play devil's advocate here, okay? Because, yes, I could sit here and find ways to agree with everything you're saying, but I'm going to play the other side. Don't you feel Colby Covington is running as well? Like guys like Khamzat Chimaev? Like, he is clearly not wanting to fight Khamzat. He says he's going to take that fight, but every time they try to line that up, Colby cleverly finds his way around it, you know?
Oh, no, trust me. I get it. No, I agree with you 100%. I don't believe Kobe deserves it either. But the thing is, if you talk to me which two deserves it more, at least Kobe has the rank to justify it, and he's had his history.
100%.
And he can sell it better than him.
Yes. Yep. He's marketed himself better. It's just working better than what Belal's doing. Like, hence the show, like what I said. Remember the show, which go subscribe to it. Maybe you can help him out. But yeah, Colby Covington does an interview. And, it puts those people that are doing the interview on the map. The only thing that's weird about Colby is there's no evidence that Colby can actually sell a pay-per-view, which is weird. I haven't found the pay-per-view that Colby blew the doors off with the pay-per-view numbers. I haven't seen one where Colby, but then again, if you put Colby against Belal, we have zero evidence that Belal will do anything. So Colby will sell more than Belal Muhammad, 100% there. I don't know. Like, I don't know what Belal can do here besides win. That's the only thing I could think of. Like,
Leon had to do it. It sucks. I understand he's trying to reward Belal. I understand Belal's thinking, like, I'm just like you, Leon. I have to go through a ridiculous win streak to even get a shot. It sucks. Sometimes that's what you have to do to get to the title shot. I mean, Leon almost lost that title shot by losing to Nate Diaz, of all people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's
and Leon held out a whole year before. I mean, you got to think of it this way. People can argue Leon held out for a title shot. He went a whole year and he beat unranked Nate Diaz, who's a lightweight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's crazy. That's the weird thing. Yeah, like so Leon's complaining too, and his fight before Kamaru, his fight to get a title shot was against Nate Diaz. It's crazy. It is.
I'm just saying this whole division. If you look at this whole division on the map, with the exception of maybe Gilbert Burns.
Yeah, Gilbert's
everybody is taking easy ass fights to basically get to a position. It's like none of you guys have room to talk except for Gilbert Burns, and even he's not talking. He's doing it the way I'm telling you to do it. Kick someone's ass, I'll get the title shot that way. I'm not gonna complain. I'll fight everybody.
Welterweight has to be. It's turning into a fun division now. Now I'm thinking about these matchups, but it probably is the one division where everyone just doesn't want to fight each other. It's really weird. Like Stephen Thompson don't want to fight a wrestler. Colby don't want to fight Khamzat. Leon don't want to fight Colby. Like what the fuck? Belal doesn't want to fight Shavkat. Rightfully so. But I mean, it's just like everyone doesn't want to fight somebody. But Gilbert will fight anybody.
That's what I'm saying. Gilbert, if you ask me, Gilbert deserves a title shot if he knock. I mean, damn it, I was about to say if he knocks out Jorge, but that's not true. But at the same time, he's been willing to take all these fights. I mean, listen, that man took a fight with Chimaev, of all people. That alone made him deserve a title shot because no one else was going to take on Chimaev. Chimaev would not even have his current ranking if it wasn't for Burns.
I do have to give Belal a little bit of credit, though. Even though he's not thrilled about fighting Shavkat, I don't think I can recall Belal ever turning down a fight.
No, he has not done that. I'll give him that credit.
So
I can say that much.
So if you think about it, he hasn't put himself, in the driver's seat like as a top 5 guy. Like he's sitting at 4 now, but like of course he doesn't want to fight Shavkat, and rightfully so. He keeps winning. Why should he go backwards? So I kind of get where, I think Belal. I can't believe I'm saying this because there was a time where I wasn't the biggest Belal fan. But Belal's catching way too much heat, man. He's catching way too much. And I love that Colby Covington pulled out the racism thing. That was hilarious. It's a bit. Like, that was a bit. I don't think Colby thinks Belal's racist. But it is hilarious. No. It's fucking hilarious that he said that. Belal has not turned on a fight. Belal Muhammad is, no matter what, he's just going to take it. He's going to keep moving forward. He has a long win streak. You can make a legit argument that Belal is worthy of a title shot, considering Khamzat says he's going to fight at middleweight. You can, but I still think Colby deserves it more. I do.
Just like, you know what, though? You mentioned ranks. Do you think Belal would rather face Shavkat or Khamzat? I guarantee you he'd rather face Rakhmonov.
Now
it came down to the two.
Yeah. Well, both.
Even though he's higher rank, it's like,
Well, what Gilbert did to Khamzat showed people that Khamzat is not completely immortal. And if you think about this,
that's Neil. Yeah, it's the same thing.
Yeah, but Shavkat finished Neil, right? So
that's true. That's the difference.
So here's the thing: like people are like, yo, if you put Khamzat agast Shavkat, Khamzat kills Shavkat. I'm like, bro, pump the brakes.
I don't agree with that. I think they're evenly matched in terms of most of their abilities. I think it'd be a pretty hard thing to judge.
Yeah, well, you got to throw those guys together. You have to. Those guys got to fight each other. Enough's enough, man. Like those guys got to fight. And to think that Khamzat's just going to run over Shavkat, you're clearly mistaken. That's a very competitive, crazy matchup that needs to happen. It really does. But maybe the UFC. I think what the UFC is trying to do is they're trying to make these guys, someone get a gold and then have them face each other then. Like, I think that's what the UFC is trying to do. They're trying to keep them away from each other at this point. But
that's what I would do with the two people with V's in the name. Yeah, you make sure, especially, you want Rakhmonov to win because he'll be the first champion in his country.
Yeah.
You want that selling point.
Yeah.
Chimaev, not so much. They have Sweden champions.
Yeah, Khamzat is 185, no longer 170. It's not guaranteed. He says he's going. His next fight is at middleweight, but listen, that's not set in stone. That's not.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see the rankings. I'm curious how the rankings are going to be on Wednesday. I'm curious if they're going to pull Hamzat off welterweight after what happened.
Probably
here.
not. Listen, they didn't pull off. God damn it! Listen, Figueiredo is still in the flyweight ranking, even though he's not fighting there anymore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's true.
So the point is, I don't think they're not gonna yank him out until he basically gets his next match. So I think he's safe for now. Now, there's a thing I don't want to mention real quick: the whole Poirier Fiziev fight. That was a fun one, and I'm trying to wonder who Fiziev is gonna face next, because we have all the ideas of who Justin Gaethje is gonna fight, but who does Fiziev face at this point is what I'm wondering.
Yeah, he's got to go back to the drawing board. But at least he lost to a number 3 guy. He doesn't even move in the rankings. Shit. What's next for Fiziev?
Gambra? That's the only person I could see. Him or a suit. You're not giving him he killed RDA. It'd only be Gamrot or Orman.
Yeah. That both of those fights make total sense. Yeah.
You ain't giving him chance unless you're giving him like, the loser of McGregor or Chandler or something, or the loser of Oliveira and Beneil.
Yeah, I would go Gamrot or
Which
Surukin.
is possible for that too. They might just wait for whoever loses these big events and give the loser to Fiziev so that someone can get a win again.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not going to take much of a hit. He'll stay right where he is, and he can get back to the drawing board. I've said this before, though. Like, I think he's a stud. I think he's a fun guy to watch. I think he's a gatekeeper. I don't think Fiziev is going to win a belt. I don't. And I said this before the Gaethje fight, and I'm even more confident now. When you get to those top guys, Fiziev's very good, but he's very beatable. And he's got some work to do. He's only 30 years of age. Maybe he can put something together, but I don't know. Do you think he's ever going to be a champ?
With the current lineup of people we have in the top 5, probably not. But here's the thing, though. Fiziev is one of the younger dudes on here. Most of these guys are going to be aging out within the next 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even if he's 35, he still has a chance to get a belt. I mean, you got to look at this. At that point, Islam will be like, 36, 37 if he's even still there. Olives will be, and people like Dustin, they're in the 30s. Half of them are going to be retired. So I say,
do you
right
think,
now, no.
I'm
Within the
gonna
next
ask you a
5
question.
years, maybe.
I keep on calling him Fiziev. Well, Fiziev, I think, is the way you say his name.
I think it's Fiziev. I don't know. I don't care either.
Fiziev versus Drew Dober. Who wins?
Oh, I don't know. That's a tough one.
Dober at 14.
I think Fiziev might win, but his thing, I got to see what Dober does to Patty first.
Yeah.
Because if he can't survive Patty, then clearly I would say hell no. But if he, murks Patty, who has a ridiculous chin, then I'd say Fiziev is screwed.
And Dober's got, what's his face? The Steamroller in the next fight. Could you imagine Steamroller beats Dober and becomes ranked? Dude, that's talk about a Cinderella story. That's nuts, man.
No, that's another person coming up.
Yeah.
Lightweight's still looking fun. It's very hard for me to say, but like I said, next 5 years is when I think this lightweight division goes through a next evolution, because Poirier and Gaethje will at least be gone. I think Charles is getting there in age too, and Beneil will probably be gone too. So I think at least, and Chandler's already old. So yeah, your top 5 will be gone in the next 5 years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh yeah. There's no doubt about it.
So
actually,
I think Fiziev just turned 30 with this match like a week or two ago. So he just turned 30. So he, like I said, 5 years from now, he'll still be hanging around, most likely, unless something bad happens, unless he goes on a big losing streak.
Well, if he keeps on taking that damage, he's not lasting 5 years. Did you see his face afterwards?
Yeah, but that was the first time we've ever seen him take that much damage. I give him credit. He held on. And I'm glad I put that prop bet, because I just had a feeling somehow, some way these two were not going to knock each other out, even though I put it on Tapology.
Yeah. I mean, listen, he's fun. He's definitely fun. But here's the picture of his face. But boy, oh boy. It was a competitive fight. Very, very, very competitive fight. But boy, that's not a good look. You can't leave a fight like that and say you won.
Yeah.
All right. So no, see anything else?
The only thing I wanted to mention was I give all the credit in the world to Makayev.
Yeah.
Holy shit! How do you survive a knee bar like that?
I know, right? It's crazy. Makayev is quite he's quite the savage.
You know what though? I'm glad he proved the point. I think he's going to be the most exciting thing for flyweight for a bit, because I'll be honest, with the exception of maybe 2 to 3 people, I don't give a fuck about flyweights.
Yeah, you need a guy like him there. That's why I'm a little concerned. You know, maybe you're just better off tapping in this situation. You know, preserving your knee. You're only 22 years old. Like, could you imagine he has to have a major knee surgery at 22? Like, that's terrible.
Yeah.
So I hope. But
at least it's 30. It's not 32. At least 22. He can come back. At least I think, and he has good grappling skills. Like he could probably avoid some damage.
Mm-hmm.
But I do agree with you that he probably should have tapped. But you know what? All the credit to him. We'll see what his next performance looks like.
Yeah, I wonder, like, you know, like with guys that barely throw the towels in the UFC, in situations like that, maybe a corner should throw a towel in. You know, sometimes guys are just too tough, you know, for their own good.
You mean like Brian Ortega?
Yeah,
too stubborn for your own good.
Listen, this resulted in Mikhaev getting a submission win, so I get what happened at the end. But if he has a serious injury here, you gotta scratch your head and say, you know, maybe a corner should just step in and just throw the fucking towel. So you're a young 22-year-old, doesn't have to worry about something. Like, you get an injury that serious at 22 years of age, I understand you're young, but that could fuck up the rest of your life.
You know who that reminds me of? The Gracies. They will not tap out for anything. You have to break their limbs. Yeah. That's the same mentality I got when I saw that submission. Like, he ain't going to tap. Yeah, he'll lose the limb before he taps.
Respect for being tough, but sometimes you got to be smart, you know?
Yeah, I agree. Well, I held you long enough.
Okay.
I figured a lot of other people want to call. Thanks for hanging.
Sonosi. Have a good night, buddy, okay? There he is, Sonosi coming in. Sonosi. Oscar King Sonosi. Let's see. Let's go to... If you're on hold in Discord, I will get to your call. Just hang around. Stick around. Let's go to Pulse. Pulse, you there? Pulse, you hear us? Go in once. Go in twice. All right, Pulse, call back. What else we got here? Johnny Walker. Kevin from Chicago, you hear us? Kevin, you there?
What's up?
Hey, what's up, bud?
Nothing much. I gotta say, Belal Muhammad, I went to school. A lot of Arabs in my neighborhood. Belal Muhammad, he's from Chicago, too.
Mm-hmm.
And the vast majority of them were nerds.
Okay.
They're like, you know, they don't drink, they don't smoke, they don't party. They're nerds. Straight up nerds. I'm not saying you gotta smoke or drink to be cool or something, but the vast majority are just straight nerds. And that's what Belal Muhammad is. He's a nerd.
Uh-huh.
Dude's a nerd. And he even admitted it. I remember listening to, I forget where it was, but he said he was a virgin.
Is he really?
He was a virgin.
Wait, is he really?
Yeah. He's like 30-something years old. He said he was a virgin.
Where are you getting this information from? What an interview?
Yeah, I think it was on his podcast or something, or it was a clip somewhere. He admitted to being a virgin.
So he's not married. He doesn't have a girlfriend. He's saving himself.
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't buy it.
He's a straight nerd.
I don't know, man. Okay.
This isn't the first time he likes to beef. I heard that comment he made. Oh, it's white. He's white privilege or whatever the fuck.
Mm-hmm.
He was always who does he have a problem with? Conor McGregor. He was beefing with Sean Strickland, Colby Covington. Oh, what do they all have in common? Yeah, this dude. It's once or twice, but it's a pattern here. Belal Muhammad, you got a big chip on your shoulder because you're a nerd. You're a dork.
Okay.
All right. And that's why nobody wants to see you. Nobody cares. You know what I mean? Just like you keep crying about, oh, I deserve it. You had your shot against Leon Edwards. You got poked in the eye. You started crying, and quit. That was your shot right there against Leon Edwards.
Mm-hmm.
You got poked in the eye. You cried and quit. Okay? So now you got to go the hard way and earn it through the killers like Shavkat, like Hamzat, and the rest of them. Beating Sean Brady, who was getting lit up by Michael Chiesa, does not get you a title shot. Out-grappling 40-year-old Wonder Boy does not get you a title shot, okay? And that's just the way it is.
Okay.
And Leon Edwards coming out and saying, oh, he doesn't deserve it. Kobe don't deserve it. Dude, you didn't have a problem with fighting Nate Diaz for a number one contenders fight.
Yeah.
Did Nate deserve that fight? The 155-pounder? Did he deserve that? No, it says nothing about deserving. He knows Kobe's a nightmare fight for him.
Mm.
And you have a much better chance against Gilbert or Masvidal. So he's coming out here trying to do that. Oh, he doesn't deserve it. Just straight bitch shit. That's bitch shit. Because he don't want to fight him. I don't know. That Belal Muhammad, though, that shit, they're pissing me off because he's such a little nerd crying about stuff. Then he wants to throw the race card. Oh, he's white. Yeah. You pussy. Anyways.
Okay. All right.
You're going to try to get him on the show. Yeah, get him on the show and call him out for being a little pussy. That's what you should do.
Well, I don't think he's coming on, but I'm going to keep trying. Listen, I got to be honest with you. I think I was always anti-Belal. I wasn't a big Belal fan. I wasn't the biggest fan of his fights. But I started to appreciate him. You know, when he finished Brady, I was like, okay, you know, he looked really solid. I did not expect that type of performance. So, you know, I was like, okay. Then I went on his show and, you know, so I was thinking about trolling him. And then all of a sudden I was like, this guy's actually a cool dude. I was like, I don't want to troll this guy anymore. Like, I don't feel the need to troll him. He's actually a really nice guy. I think he's got an odd sense of humor. You know, he's a little unique. And some people don't get the sense of humor, so they don't like that. Some people don't like his fighting style. They don't like that. And he's a Muslim. And people hate Muslims, apparently. Right, Kevin?
No one hates Muslims.
Yeah,
that's
okay.
not it. People hate victims, professional victims like Belal, crying about this and that. I deserve this. Look at someone like Beneil Dariush. How many fights did he have to go through? You see him crying and doing this and that. Now he just puts his head down and keeps grinding.
Yeah, Beneil he's like such a unique individual. You know, who else on the UFC roster is like Beneil? No,
he's one of a kind. That's why everybody likes him.
Yeah.
No one has a
but no one wants to see him fight.
About Beneil.
Let's be honest. Everyone likes him, yes, but who the hell wants to see him fight? Who is like, yeah, Beneil Dariush? Like, listen, the guy's a good fighter. But you ever see people on the street talking about like Beneil Dariush fights? No, no one cares about the guy.
I mean, who cares about a lot of guys in the UFC? There's only a handful.
Well, the
reason
like
a handful that people talk about, they get all the headlines. Everyone else is.
But the reason why Colby Covington is where he is because yes, he wins, but it's because he has the gift of the gab. He sells himself in a way that puts himself in these positions where he can stay out for a year and still fight for a title. So it's like it's the package, right? And the reason why.
Yeah, but a lot of guys try that. A lot of guys try to do that. They try to do that. Gilbert Burns was trying to do that for a minute. Belal runs his mouth all the time, but that's not all it is. It's not just talk a lot of shit, then all of a sudden you'll be a draw.
If Dariush did that, though, would he not have fought for a title already?
I don't think so.
I think so.
I just don't.
Yes, he would have.
No, because there's a lot of people that run their mouth. There's a lot of people that run their mouth.
You win,
do you think
you
if
run
he
your
ran
mouth?
his mouth along with his record, his win streak, do you think he would have got a title shot?
Who's that?
But Neil, I don't know. I think if he was a little bit more vocal, he might have. But you think about 155 is the most stacked weight class. It's full of stars. You got Poirier, you got Gaethje. That's why it's so hard.
You know why it's stacked?
I think.
And I hate to say this, but it's stacked because Khabib left. It wasn't stacked when Khabib was there. It's kind of crazy. There was a massive gap, and then now we forgot about that gap.
Yeah, but Khabib had big fight after big fight. I mean, if there wasn't stacked, then it wouldn't be such big fights. You had Khabib, then he fought Conor, then it was Poirier was a big fight, Gaethje was a big fight. I think it was always stacked.
Well,
It was
listen,
always stacked.
I don't think it was. Honestly, I think when Habib was there, the division was weak. But Habib left, and now all of a sudden it's stacked. So is it really? Listen, it's exciting. Lightweight is very exciting, and I agree with that. But I always have in the back of my head, if Habib was still there, knocking off all these guys like it was nothing, this division would look weak as fuck.
I mean, it's always the same. It's the same guys up top. You got Justin Gaethje's up there, Poirier's up there, Charles Oliveira's always been in lightweight for how long? I mean, it's the same guys. It's all the same guys. Then you got a few new guys coming up. You got like Gamrot and Fiziev, but I mean, Beneil's been in the freaking 155 for 8 years. So I don't know.
It's interesting. It is. And I like Islam a lot. I think Islam, if he keeps winning, I think he's going to, people aren't even going to be talking about Habib anymore, to be honest. But him having a very close fight against Volkanovski kind of puts a little, it makes you think about Islam now. Now people are kind of questioning Islam, whereas like with a guy like Habib, we never really had that, So it is lightweight's odd.
It's interesting. Beneil versus Islam. I really want to talk about this 170 mix and match. You can put all these guys together. I mean, you got Shavkat. Hamza, you don't miss weight by 9 pounds. You got to come prove yourself.
Mm-hmm.
If he wants to come back to welterweight, he's got to come take a fight, prove he can make the weight, and then go from there. But I mean, I like the Belal versus Shavkat. You got Masvidal Burns. Wonder Boy. The problem with Wonder Boy is those 2 title fights he shit the bed. The other fights he got out wrestled. He looked like shit. Who else? I mean, was last time he was in a title fight. Gilbert Burns, when he was in a title fight, he got knocked out by a jab. Masvidal got knocked out.
But think about this, though.
A lot of these guys...
No, I agree with you, but think about this. Kamaru Usman's probably going to fight a guy decently low compared to where he sits at 1, right? He's probably...
Belal.
Yeah, I want to see him fight
Belal
Belal.
Was in that. He got poked in the eye and he quit, started crying in the middle of the cage. He got poked in the eye and he quit.
I think Kamaru should fight Belal. I think that should be the next fight. But the problem is Ali Abdelaziz. I don't know if he's going to do it. They're his guys. That's a problem.
I think... Didn't Gilbert and Usman fight? I think they were both managed by Ali.
Yes, they did.
I don't think
but that was a whole different story. Like if Belal fights Usman, yes, that does give him a chance. Actually, I guess you're right. That is true. They did fight. But there is wiggle room here. There's things like Shavkat versus Belal. It seems like that's something that's being worked on. It seems like that's what they're doing. So if they're already working on that, then Kamaru versus Belal might be out the window. And if that is if Belal is fighting Shavkat, if you look at there's no one else but Wonderboy.
Shavkat is a nightmare.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, remember Jeff Neal, what he did to Belal Muhammad, knocked him out brutally. And then Shavkat went in there, destroyed him. So I don't know. Shavkat's he's a nightmare in that division. He's the
yeah, I agree.
The boogeyman.
I picked Shavkat to be the champ at the end of the year. I feel pretty confident about this. Hopefully, I'm just hoping that Leon doesn't sit back and hold up the division and wait for people and shit like that. I hope that shit don't happen. Like, make this fight with Colby already. Don't drag us around here, man.
Yeah, he's already playing games though.
No.
I'm the champ. I get to pick and choose. I want a deserving fight like Masvidal. That's oh my God! How could you say something like that?
Yeah, it's weird.
Masvidal, he'd be deserving, but not the guy that just beat him. Okay.
All right, Kevin.
Anyways, I'll leave you to it.
Okay, there's Kevin. Kevin coming in with his controversial thoughts and takes.
Wonderful.
We got the Hearns coming in with the $2.
Off subject, I was watching the recent Mandalorian. Does he has beef with who you have in your shirt? Seems like it. I have no clue.
I have not watched the new season of The Mandalorian, but this is Boba. This is Boba. It's not Boba Fett, though. This is Boba Fett. Boba Fett over there. Come on. They had a little back and forth in a previous episode, but I don't know. I didn't watch the Boba Fett series, so I don't know. Thank you for the donation. Let's see who else we got over here. Oh, we got a lot of people. Okay. Let me try to run through this as quick as possible. I didn't realize how many people were here. Okay. Here we go. A lot of calls. What do we got here? Dr. C.
Hey,
How you doing, Matty?
What's going on, Moss?
How's it going, buddy?
It's going well. How you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. All right, we have a lot of people on hold, so let's get those thoughts out.
Yeah, I'll make it quick. Hey, no, I was just gonna comment about. Have you noticed? And this is something I noticed, and I may be wrong. When a fighter gets knocked out, kind of like Usman did, where they get flattened out, that fighter is never the same. He either changes his style of fighting, or he just never fights as courageously as he did. There seems to be, like, whenever a fighter has an experience getting KO'd, he takes more risk. You can tell the guy has, like, there's some fighters you can tell haven't been knocked out yet. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, it seems like,
am I wrong?
It seems like Usman was a little nervous. Here's a stat. Whoops, this is a little close to Kamaru's nipples. But I put this on Twitter. 2 for 28 in title fights. Overall record of 35-plus years of age fighters in flyweight to welterweight division. 2 and 28. So it could be a mixture of, hey, I was just knocked out. It could be a mixture of age. But 2 and 28 is insane.
Yeah. I think what happens is when you get KO'd like that, you really need to take a lot of time off for your brain to recover. I noticed that from, like, Vanderlei Silva. Whenever he got KO'd, the guy used to run through you can hit him with a crowbar. And I remember Chris Lytle knocked him out with, like, a jab. It wasn't even a very hard punch. Then he took a long time off because of injuries. He seemed to have regained his... And he's one of those guys that's just, like, always was reckless, The dude, do you remember that Krokop fight where he got KO'd?
Vanderlei?
Krokop in Pride, yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I know you're talking. I didn't see it live, but I did see the highlights of that fight, yes.
Dude, he looked like he was dead. But he's the kind of fighter that still went out there. He's one of the few guys I ever saw never change his style. He just continued to fight. But if you notice, once they get KO'd, they're never the same.
Yeah, it does seem like
they just never are.
Yeah, it seems like there's a lot of connections to that. Yeah, there's no doubt. I mean, you can't be taken... Like, Kamaru always had an iron chin. Like, he always did. Like, that was one thing that I always loved watching about him is he could take a punch. Like, all the way up, this man has taken some serious shots. And getting knocked out and turned into a freaking meme, and I see the emoji in the chat, like, that's pretty nasty, and it wasn't that long ago. So yeah, that is something that you do have to take into consideration for sure.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. But hey, last thing, people, every time I call in, they're always asking me about my love life, and you know what, there's nothing to update.
Okay.
I've been dating less women than Kevin from Chicago.
Okay.
He's a virgin. All right, have a good night.
Thank you. Who's asking? Who is asked? Did anyone in the chat ask that? Did I miss something? Who is asking about his love life? Alrighty, let's see what else we got over. The fuck? Lou Dog, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, buddy, how you doing?
All right, guys, what's happening? Hi, chat. What's going on? MMA-Holes? How's everybody?
We're doing wonderful. How you feeling, man?
You know what, man? I mean, tomorrow morning I gotta go. Get my kidneys ultrasound and stuff. Look at some things that were going on there before. Just keeping an eye on some things. Doing my physical therapy stuff, hanging out with my people in the chat. Moss, I got a question for you. Silver Carl actually mentioned it. So, Silver Carl, I hope you don't mind, bro, that I'm asking this, because I seen you put up, and I was wondering too. What about, you said welterweight? What about Bo Nickel? I didn't hear nobody mention him. So maybe shed a little light on that, or?
What, Bo Nickel? He's at middleweight though.
Oh yeah, sorry, middleweight.
Yeah. So and he's They're talking about putting him up against Trayshawn Gore, our friend of the show, which is kind of wild. That's gonna bother me.
Wild.
Yeah, I might have to get Trayshawn back on to talk about that. But yeah, that's the rumors.
Well, I also wanted to thank y'all who've been kind of coaching me along with this stuff and everything. Thank you for your patience. I appreciate it. Moss, I appreciate what y'all do. I had that question about Bo. The card the other night was awesome, man. Great show. Always a great show, man.
Thank you,
I
man.
hate missing. Yeah, man. I thought Leon, man, looked really sharp this time around. I don't know, man. To be honest with you, I would like to see just somebody just go and take Khamzat out, if that'd be okay.
That's why I say throw Shavkat and Khamzat together. Just get this over with, Let's watch this thing. I like Khamzat, I do, but you miss weight by that much, you must pay. Must pay the price.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Especially you get Oh, I did have a quick question once on top of my head. Can Leon? Or can fighters? They can just turn down fights, or can they turn down a certain amount, or is it what's in their contract, or how does that work?
Well, they could turn. They got to sign the contract, right? They're not forced to fight anybody. But when you do turn down those fights, Dana White doesn't like it, and it turns into this whole thing. It's weird though. Some fighters turn down contracts, wait, and get great fights. Others turn down fights and then get pushed to the back of the line. I guess it depends on how much money you're pulling in for the company.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And quick question for you real quick, and then I'll let you go. And I see everybody in the chat. I love you guys. You guys are awesome. What the hell was it? Oh, Burns and Masvidal. Who you got for that?
I'm leaning towards Burns, but I would not be surprised if Jorge shocks us a little bit here. Jorge, Burns has been finished, and if anyone can finish a fight, it's Jorge. He's still got lightning in his hands, so I'm gonna pick Burns at this stage of the game. But I don't know. I might switch. I might switch down the road. I feel like Jorge has something to prove in this fight, and it's gonna be a good one. There's no way this is gonna be boring, this fight.
I'm hoping with this time that Jorge took. I'm hoping, bro, that he went to some camp, or whatever, and got some wrestling, and what I mean, because
he's wrestling.
That's where he.
He's wrestling. Yeah, there's a lot of footage of him wearing the earmuffs and rolling, wrestling, and doing a lot of fun stuff. So yeah, there's no doubt that he's doing that. Gotta get the jits going too.
All right, man. Well. I'm gonna let you go. I know you said you had a lot of other callers. I just wanted to call in, give everybody a little update, tell everybody I love y'all, and just wonderful show, man. Always. Thank you.
Hope you're doing well, Lou. Thanks for the call. Okay.
Wonderful.
Thank you. Talk to you soon.
All right. There's Lou Dog. Shout out to Lou Dog. Everyone, send good vibes to Lou Dog. He's a good guy. He's going through a lot of stuff. So help him out, man, with the good vibes. Send him the good vibes. What else we got? Oh, wow, look at this. Ninja Choke, you there?
Yo, Maz, I'm here.
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
Pretty good, man. It's nice to finally hear your voice, or my voice and your voice at the same time.
Yeah. Is this the first time you called?
Yeah, for sure it has.
Okay, good stuff. All right, so now that you're speaking to the MMA-Holes, you have the stage. Let us know what's on your mind.
Well, since it seems like we're all talking about the same stuff, maybe some outside chance talking would be good. I have to say that Colby, man, he hasn't fought anybody that's called him out over the years. Burns, Belal, all these really tough dudes that don't say no to fights, call him out after fights, and then he doesn't fight them. He also avoids a lot of stuff,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what we were saying to Sonosi. I was playing a little devil's advocate, and yeah, Colby's saying that these people are turning down these fights and that fights. Colby's done the same. Welterweight is, for some reason, unless you're Gilbert Burns or Belal Muhammad, you're turning down a fight. A lot of guys are turning down fights there, which I understand, but you're opening yourself up to criticism,
100%, I agree with that. Hey, do you think that Kelvin Gastelum could like quit his mother's cooking and then maybe drop down to 170 and become a GOAT there?
I wish, man. I wish Kelvin could make that weight because
he's so good.
Yeah, that would be good for Kelvin, you know. But he's got Chris Curtis now, and that fight is just a barn burner at middleweight. So yeah, Kelvin should lay off the fucking the burritos and tacos and whatever the hell he's shoving into his face and try, but it's never gonna happen. That ship has sailed.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I know you want to move on to the rest of the people. It's cool to talk to you. I have to throw Jack Della Maddalena's name in the hat for somebody that might challenge for the belt before the year is over. I don't know if that sounds weird, but
I like it. Jack Della Maddalena. I like it.
Yeah, that fucking goblin cuck looking motherfucking broken nose motherfucking face dude. He might do well. You never know.
Yeah, I mean it's same.
Little cuck bitch. You fucking ugly little cunt! You goblin fucking cuck!
It's such a good soundbite,
Nice.
dude. I like say that out loud every time you play it.
Yes, that's not leaving our soundboard anytime soon.
Oh yeah, man. Well, thanks a lot. Move on. I'll talk to you guys later, and I'll see you guys around.
All right.
Cheers to everyone in the chat.
Be good, man. There's Ninja Cho calling in. Look at that. That little goblin cook, yeah.
Stupid little cuck bitch. You fucking ugly little cunt! You goblin fucking cuck!
Who else we have on the line here? Let's see who else we got. We got a little Tropical. We got a little Tropical Tom. Tropic Tom, you're there.
You fucking ugly little cunt! Goblin fucking cuck!
Who else we have on the line here? See who else we got. We got a little Tropical. We got a little Tropical Tom.
Hey, Tom.
Yo, what's up, man?
How's it going, buddy?
Oh, man. Actually, I'm on spring break, so it's not too bad, I guess.
Nice. So over there in Guam, this week is... Wait, hold on. Yeah, so is this the start of your spring break?
Yeah, this is the start of our spring break.
Okay. You twerking on an island over there? What are you doing?
No, I'm doing laundry.
Oh, bummer.
How exciting, right?
Bummer.
Oh, just a breaking news update. MMA business, man. Did you see that Jeff Molina is going to partner with Sheath now?
What? No, stop.
Yeah.
Are you?
They're
is this
working
a
on
joke?
mouth guards.
Yeah,
They're
this
working
is-
on mouth guards. They're going to have a special little section where you can put your junk in it.
Oh, very nice. Okay, there we go. I was like,
Mouth
what?
guards.
Okay.
Check that out.
Interesting. I got to contact my man Rob and see what that's about. All right. What else is going on?
Not a whole hell of a lot. I'm a big Cheeto fan. It sucks that I can't see the fights. It's, thank God for you guys, right? But yeah, we can't get the fights over here. So, but I'm a Cheeto fan, so I'm really looking forward to that. Who are you picking on that one?
Oh shit, man. I'm probably leaning to Vera. Probably. I kind of jumped off that flaming Sanhagen train, but yeah, I'm gonna go with Cheeto. Get lit up and then knock him out. The Cheeto move. Just get outstruck and then beat the shit out of his opponent. KO him and stuff.
Yeah. It seems like Cheeto is a bit indestructible, or at least that's how it looks. But so Sanhagen, I would say, is probably the more accomplished striker. He's probably technically better, but I haven't seen anybody out tough Cheeto in a while. So
yeah, it
should be a good fight. Wish I could see it.
It is a good fight for a fight night headlining. You got the two bantamweights going at it. A lot on the line. Well, I haven't really looked at that card, even though it's this Saturday. I should have looked at it. But let's see. Oh, Holly Holm versus Yana Santos. Oh, my God. Kunitskaya changed her name to Santos. What a co-main event.
For a fight night, it's not a bad card.
I'm being sarcastic. But who knows? I mean, Yana's a beast. So, yeah, it's got some fights on here that are sort of interesting. Yeah, it's a fight night. I'll give it a break. A lot of lady fights.
Yeah. Also, and I'll get off so other people can call in, but your meme lords.
Uh-oh. The Guam internet has gone down. Tom, you there? This is like a regular thing when he calls in. I don't know what happens. It just cuts out. All right, we'll go. Tom, let me know in the chat. Thank you. Here's Tropic Tom. Something about Meme Lord, and then We've lost him. We've lost him. Running through the calls. Savage, you there?
Yo, you there?
Hey, what's going on, Savage? Sausage, excuse me, Sausage. How you doing?
Not much. Oh, Colby's a popular girl at the party again.
Yeah, like out of nowhere. It's really strange.
Oh, yeah, it's like they're saying, drop the fucking charges so he's back in the game.
It does make sense. That theory, I think, is correct.
Definitely. And I think Leon's going to fucking take the fight. I think he's just holding out for more money. He knows there's fucking money to be made in that fight. He just wants, a bigger paycheck.
They're guaranteed locking. They're making this fight. There's no doubt about it. There's no doubt in my mind. The way it just seems like they're just going to force this on Leon. So, yeah, I guess he'll get paid a little bit more. But,
hey, come on. He doesn't want to fucking fight Khamzat unless he fucking sits out and waits for, hopefully Masvidal beats Burns and he fucking tries to do a fight with him, which would be complete bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even if he agreed to put the fucking BMF title on the line, that would be complete bullshit, that fight.
Yeah, I mean, there's some weird thing that's floating around. I'm picking Burns, but there's some weird thing floating around my head that Masvidal is going to spark Burns, and then we're going to have to deal with this nonsense again. The walking on water thing.
Oh,
God,
I fucking hope not, dude. Masvidal fans are fucking annoying, you people. I swear to God.
It's coming, man. I feel like the second or the third or the fourth coming of Masvidal is en route for some weird reason. I hope I'm wrong.
The resurrection of Street Jesus. We don't need that shit.
This guy's got 9 lives. But yeah, and then if he wins that, if he smokes Burns, the UFC, it's happening. Especially if he beats Colby. Yeah. I wonder what they would do though. If Colby Covington wins against Leon and Masvidal just starches Burns, are they going to go down that path again? Is that actually going? Would they actually be crazy enough to put that together?
Hell yeah! After what just fucking happened, there's
oh my God,
huge draw there. There's so much promotion you can do with that shit.
I feel like Colby beats Masvidal 10 out of 10 times. Like I feel like Masvidal never beats Colby.
Unless fucking Masvidal becomes a neckbeard and moves to fucking Dagestan.
Yeah, I mean, I just think Colby's just got his number. Man. All right. What else you got?
Oh, yeah, before I forget, someone brought Jack Delana, and they're looking to book him versus Luque for International Fight Week.
Really? That's a good fight.
Oh, yeah, that's fucking going to be a burner.
Wow, Jack versus Luque. So Jack is at 14. This guy, I don't know. He is fun. He really is, man. This guy is. I don't know, man. This guy's a problem, man. I don't think anyone wants to fight this dude. Yeah, middleweight's got some interesting guys.
He's an up and comer.
Yeah, he's got the look. He's got the look. Don't mess with this guy. Usually it's the cauliflower ear. His nose is on the side of his head. That's his look. Wow, Luque.
Yeah, facial feature. Like, you gotta talk about Ratliff real quick. He's talking shit about Kobe too, saying he's like tried to fight him so many fucking times. Look, motherfucker, you weren't nobody. You didn't beat anybody other than fucking Burns. Then you had a chance to fucking beat Nate Diaz, a fucking name that would have propelled you with the fucking casuals. But you did everything in your fucking power to fucking sabotage that shit because you were scared of the goddamn main event. Keep your goddamn mouth shut, you fucking Ratliff bitch.
Whoa, my God, that's.
I'm sorry. I'm sick of that fucking guy talking all that fucking shit.
Well,
now he's talking about going to middleweight.
It worked when he was fighting every other week, but now was it been 4 years since this guy's fought? Like, what's going on with this guy? What's happened with this guy?
If you're going middleweight, fucking go fight Paulo Costa. That's a fucking fight to make. You all have been talking shit to each other for how fucking long?
Yeah, I don't count the 9-pound misfight. That doesn't count. That's ridiculous. Poor Kevin Holland.
Bullshit, man. He was fucking scared to fight Nate in the main event. Watch. Next time he gets in the main event, let's see what happens if he makes it there. I think he's scared of the spotlight.
Do you think he's afraid to fight Colby?
Yeah, in the main event, I think Colby is like one of the biggest fucking tasks for him there, other than Shavkat.
I got to be honest with you. I think Colby
really good wrestling.
Colby's making it like he agreed to fight Khamzat. I don't believe it. I don't know. Do you believe that?
Colby fights up. He doesn't go down and fight. He fights up.
Yeah.
That's why he held out for a fucking title shot.
Uh-huh.
And Belal, dude, he's a fucking dork, dude. He's like Milhouse from The Simpsons, dude.
Mm-hmm.
He tries too fucking hard to be cool. All right. I'll let someone else get on.
Okay, thank you.
Much.
Sausage. The sausage calling in. He's fired up. It's a fired up sausage right there.
Super chat.
It's a fired up sausage.
Get ready for walking on water breath hurt coming.
It's coming. Yeah, I feel like it's inevitable. Like, I feel Burns is going to win, but there's that small part of me that's like, holy shit, Masvidal's going to knock out Burns, and we're going to go through this nonsense again. Is there a sausage emoji? There's just hot dogs. We need a sausage emoji. Okay, thank you, Jamula, for the donation. All right, let's rattle through the rest of these calls. 2 joints, you there?
Chris, buddy, how are you doing tonight?
Hey, I'm wonderful. How you doing, buddy?
Oh, really good. I got some MMA stuff to mention, but the sausage was on fire like Richard Pryor. Wow, he had something to say.
Yeah, he was.
You know what I mean?
It's a hot sausage.
Damn, man. Yeah. So Colby Leon. I mean, I wasn't fully aware that you could totally refuse a fight. So if that's what Leon's going to do, I think that's bullshit, because in Dana's eyes, that's probably a huge draw, huge drama. You know what I mean? They're both mouthpieces, so nothing but content and all that shit. But if he denies him the fight, I think it's a real shitty way to deal with things. You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah.
Fuck.
He's probably just like Savage said, he's gonna hold out, try to get a little extra bucks because he doesn't want to fight that fight. But yeah, you can't, like, he'll get stripped. Like, if he's turning down fights, the UFC will have no problem with stripping the dude. So I have a feeling Leon will take it.
I'm wondering along the same lines if Dana maybe throws him a few extra bucks just on the side to say, look, buddy, like, let's make this thing happen. Go out there, fight. Let it happen, regardless of if Colby's a good matchup or not. That's what the UFC fans want, right? Mm-hmm. So I mean, they're paying the bills at the end of the fucking day. So so Izzy Pereira, after Izzy gets fucking knocked out again, is Duplessis the next fight for Pereira down the road, boss?
Oh my God,
for the belt.
Dricus Duplessis, there he is.
The
true African you talking about?
I'm down with seeing him go for the belt, man. You know what? When a guy like Usman has to come out and try and pretend like he's a piece of shit and everything, which he's not, that kind of shows you he's affected a few fighters. Like, Usman used to be a champion. He's washed up now. So I think along those lines, I think that should be Pereira's next title defense after he's done with Izzy.
Wow.
Izzy ain't. I don't know if that's pretty bold, but you know what I mean.
Duplessis.
And same with Makhachev, Moss. I think Olives should get another chance at fucking Makhachev. Like, look at all these other fighters that get these double fights, trilogies. Like, fuck, man. Like, give Olives one more chance at the title, and you know what?
Are you cleaning something right now? What is that noise?
Oh, I'm just sitting in my rocking chair right now, Moss. Sorry about that.
Okay, no, something's clanking. It sounds like you're doing like orthoscopic surgery while you're talking to me.
Oh, no, it's all good. So anyways, just a quick thing on Manny C and his woman situation. I hope he keeps us up to date. He's been through some hoes here the last little while, Moss. The last one tried to rob him. Apparently she was supposed to put some lube on his knob, and she put something else to knock him out, and he woke up, chained to the bed, and all of his fucking pesos were gone. So just shout out to Manny C. He really deserves a nice woman, you know what I mean? Because he's a good guy. So
are you cutting lines right now of coke? What's going on? It sounds like you're chopping something now.
Oh, I'm not chopping anybody up, Moss. So anyways, one last thing before I go. Daniel Carver from Chicago and his school of Arab nerds. That was pretty racist.
Are we done with this? All right, thank you. Thank you, 2 joints. Dude, I can't listen to that. Dude, what the fuck is he doing? It sounded like fingers down a chalkboard. Like, what the fuck was he doing? And yes, Daniel Carver is Kevin from... Actually, Daniel Carver's trying to call back in. I am not taking your call. You called already. Get out of here. Knitter. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Well, after that last call in, I don't know anymore. I think I have ear cancer from that.
Oh, I'm doing wonderful this evening.
Nice.
Wonderful.
All right, so what's going on? What's on your mind?
Nothing much. Just waiting for more fights. And getting
on
in
to the-
trouble again.
On to the next. Getting into trouble. What? Why are you getting into trouble?
Well, the fights. The fights are on every Saturday.
Yeah, it's annoying.
Mike doesn't mind it, and as long as he's working, and sometimes I don't get everything done I'm supposed to get done.
Mm-hmm. I see. Yeah, it's like, well, I got the fight, so that toilet's not getting cleaned this weekend.
You are so right.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
Oh, is that what happened? Oh, okay. All right. Well,
and I watch you guys, and I get in trouble sometimes too.
Uh-oh. Oh boy. Well, listen, we don't want to cause any arguments at home. That's the last thing we want. But
Nah, we won't have arguments. We've been married too long.
Good. That's good to hear. So, so you saw the fights Saturday? What'd you think?
They were bad, not bad.
Okay.
I was able to watch the last one of the mains, last one at least, so that was good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was an interesting fight. I think I agree with you. I think it should have been like a draw. I mean, I didn't think it was that bad of a fight. At least it was a little bit more action in it. But I don't know. It's like you said, he's getting up there now, and he's already been knocked out. Like the other guys said, he just looked a little different. Not the same, it seemed like. But,
yeah.
I mean, come on, Edwards. Yeah, I thought it went more like a draw probably, but I wish Edwards wouldn't have grabbed the cage and stuff. And also, what do you call it? I know a lot of them probably do it, and they probably get by with it. And if you're going to do it and cheat with the glove, gripping onto the glove and stuff, you got to do it where the ref or nobody sees it.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I do like, though, that they're taking the point, though. I do, because you definitely changed the whole momentum of, that sequence that's going on. So, yeah, but it didn't affect him. But I thought with that point deduction in real time, I'm just too lazy to watch this fight back. I don't need to watch it back. I'm cool. Like, I wanted Usman to win, but all right, Leon's the champ. I'm ready to move on. Yeah. Like, I don't need to sit there and watch this fight again. I don't know. So,
yeah, I don't think I'd want to watch a fourth one, but who knows what the UFC will do nowadays. Like you said, they want more views and stuff like that. And I think Colby, like you said, he just gets in there, he sneaks in there, and he gets those fights. It's just the way he sells himself. He's very good at it.
Yeah.
He's annoying, but he's good at it.
I mean, he's still ranked number 2. The number 1 guy just lost. He's number 2. I mean, what are people? He's number 2. Like what? People are crying that he's number 2. Like, then do something about it. I don't know. Keep winning, and then you'll be number 2, and then you will like what the fuck, It's crazy. Stop crying, fight, win, get your title, and then hold up the division.
Yeah, hold it up. I hope he doesn't. I mean, I know Colby's had the chance, but I think that would be the fun fight. Mm-hmm. That'd be the one I'd like to see. I mean, I think it'd be fun. I think it would be good. He just, I mean, I don't love him. He's not my favorite, but he does sell his fights. I mean, he does get on there. I think he'd do pretty good. But yeah, I mean, I don't love him. I don't hate him, but he's just not my favorite. But I just like the way how he acts and gets, in there. And if he fights, that's great. God, his wrestling, he just beats the opponent down, and he could pull that off, and Edwards could lose his belt.
That's right. It's possible. Who do you like better, Colby or Belal?
I like Colby better, believe it or not.
Because Belal's a racist?
I don't mind Belal, but he is boring.
Mm-hmm.
He is boring, and he is a little nerd.
Mm. He's a virgin too, apparently.
I don't know.
According to Kevin, he's a virgin.
Wow, okay, that's a pretty old virgin.
That's a Kevin. Kevin told him the 40-year-old virgin. It's weird, but I don't know. Kevin, he never lies, right? So
No,
be true.
Kevin never lies.
Yeah.
Kevin never lies.
Now we really got to get him on to find out if he's a virgin. Like that, I'm more interested in that than him fighting for a title. I'm like, bro, is this true? That's interesting.
Yeah, really. That is
Do you think that's why he?
That would be
Do you think that's why?
interesting?
Do you think that's why he grapples so much? He wears a condom and just jizzes every time he's rubbing his cock on somebody in a fight.
Could be.
He's still packed up from that banging, so Belal is just ejaculating in cup condoms as he's humping. Like he must have came like 30 times in the Wonderboy fight. All he did was rub his junk against Wonderboy. Wonderboy's pretty.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh my god! In the chat, let me know how many times do you think Belal ejaculated when he fought Wonderboy? Probably a couple.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I'm sure of it. Okay. Here, Carmel. God, my puppy is insane.
Okay.
Yeah, so with the fights coming up this Saturday, can you pull that up? Because I know everybody else has already talked about. So.
Yeah, it's the Sanhagen versus Cheeto fight. And Holly Holm, the preacher's daughter, versus Yana Santos, not Kunitskaya anymore. Santos.
I like Holly. Let's see what she does. Well, hopefully she'll win.
Yeah, well, both are off a loss. She lost to Ketlin, and Yana lost. I don't even remember. Oh, Irene Aldana. Okay. Wow, it was a year, 7 months ago. Holly fought 9 months ago. Co-main event, no big deal. Okay. Holly's 41. Damn. Yo, Holly's in great shape for 41. That's wild.
Yeah, she's good. Still, though, the women are going to fight longer than the guys, because a lot of them don't get discovered till later, too.
Mm-hmm.
But the women just seem to last a little longer, of course. I don't know. Maybe because they get a lot of decision wins.
Yeah. Yeah, Holly's never going to retire. She'll fight into her 50s. It's crazy.
Probably right. She probably will.
She's a beast.
I can just see it now. There is quite a few women fighters on this card, isn't there?
Yeah, if you like ladies' fights, you're going to love this Saturday. 2 on the main card. And you have 1 opening up the card. Although last card, we had the female fights weren't that bad. They were okay. So, they're not old duds. Everyone's shitting on female fights. How dare they?
Yeah, how dare they? Come on.
Those fucking, that toxic masculinity. Yeah. Assholes.
Yeah, I can see you trying to get them on the show. They'll be like, what are you talking about?
That's why we don't have any female fighter guests anymore. Because of our
toxic... I forgot what a female fighter said. She said, what do you guys think we do? What do you think we try to get a decision win all the time? She goes, it's not that easy.
Well, who said that?
We try. I don't know. I can't remember. She goes, it's not like it was on another show I was watching. Sorry. Another interview. I forgot who it was, It's because we don't go for a decision win. We try to finish. You try to
wait,
in that,
someone called a female fighter out for going to decisions all the time?
Well, yeah, that's what somebody was saying. Yeah, so she, you see it in Twitter, you see it everywhere, and people said that they just want decision wins only and don't try as hard as the guys to KO or do all that stuff. But more boring, I guess, is what.
Interesting.
What everybody's trying to do. Yeah, I forgot who it was. I'm sorry. I'm old. My memory's gone. I'm an old person. 57. Right. So
Well, and listen, you don't sound a day older than 56, okay? Zing! I'm an old fuck too, so don't worry. Don't worry. All right, well, Ann, listen. We love you very much. I hope you know this. The fact that you choose us over marriage makes me very happy to hear, okay?
It's that way.
I appreciate that.
You're my second husband. You're my second husband. You're the other redhead in my life.
I am.
What can I say?
I'm your mistress. All right. Send my love to Mike, okay? Before he beats me up.
Yes, I will.
Okay.
He won't. He's too tired anyway.
All right. Go wake him up. Go give him a hand job, Ann, okay?
Okay. Love you guys. Love you,
All right.
MMA-Holes. Love
Love
you
you too. All right, there's NH calling in. Look at that. Beautiful. The lovely NH. All right, we're going to end it up with the wolf. It looks like the wolf is loose. The wolf is loose. Carl, you there? Come on, Carl. We can do this. Oh. That sounded like a ghost. That didn't sound like a wolf. Carl, I see you there. Carl? Come on, keep howling in the chat. Maybe Carl, we could summon him. He's there. See, look, he's there. He's there. The wolf is there. He's just not lighting up. This has been a reoccurring issue. Okay, Carl. Sorry. I'm sorry we did not link up. So we got through the calls. Hey, you guys are great. We do have Kevin from Chicago looking to call in again. Now I'm gonna ask the chat. Do we let him in one more time, or do we call it a night? Do we give Kev a double call? Let me know, or we're done. We're over the 2-hour mark, 2 hour and 10 minutes, so we've gone way past. No, yes, no, yeah. Wow, this is a split crowd here. Hold on, let's see. Okay. Let's see. It's a lot of yeses. All right. The people have spoken. Let's let him back in, and then we'll end it up over here. Okay. Let's see. Kevin, you there? Okay, hold on a second. Okay, he's not there. All right. I thought he was there. He's not there. All right. Ladies and... Oh, here he is again. Let's see. Kevin, you there? What is up with our... You there?
What's up?
Okay, I saw you called back in. You have anything else to share before we wind this thing down?
Yeah, the people have spoken. They want me to call back in, chime in, and some bullshit.
You're a hit. You're a hit, man.
Yep. Ariel Helwani. Helwani's he's shitting on Dana White again.
Yeah.
He's saying it's Colby don't deserve it. You're saying it's a mockery and this and that. If this was Conor McGregor, do you think Ariel would be saying that? Oh, he don't deserve it. He don't deserve it. Ariel Helwani's such a weasel. What a fucking weasel Helwani is. And then he had another comment on Twitter, something about some kid saying, some Christian kid wrestling, NCAA wrestling championship, saying, bow down to Jesus Christ. He's the only God, not Muhammad, not anyone. He said, oh my God, that's offensive. Ariel Helwani, F you.
Wow.
That's my final thoughts of the night.
All right, thank you.
Ariel Helwani, you know?
I'm so happy you called back to share that with us. Thank you.
You agree or no?
Well, I've said a lot of things about Ariel, so I'll let the crowd decide. Okay. Thank you, Kevin. Be good. All right. There's Kevin from Chicago. You guys know how I feel about Ariel. He's stuck in my window. I mean, ow! Fucking bro. He still bites. All right, guys. Thanks for stopping by. If I didn't get your comments, comment section down below when this thing's wound down. Let me know your thoughts on everything that we spoke about tonight. I want to get your matchups for welterweight. Do you think Colby deserves it? Do you think Belal deserves it? What's up with Khamzat? Shavkat Rakhmonov in the mix somewhere. I want to know. I want to know what you think down below in the description, or not the description, in the comment section. Your thoughts on the fate of the welterweight division. I want to thank everyone for stopping by tonight. And don't be an a-hole, be an MMA-Hole! Oh, wait, hold on. Let me just say this. You still have a chance to win God of War Ragnarok. Still have a chance. The fight reaction for UFC 286, make sure you like that stream. Make sure you subscribe because you're talking to us right now. But make sure you subscribe to the channel. You like that. I like this too. Make sure you like that stream over there. Share it on social media, and in the comments section, write your favorite fighter. Just put your favorite fighter. On Wednesday, we're going to give this away, God of War Ragnarok. So if you want a chance to win this game for PS5, it could be yours. We're going to pick the winner Wednesday night. The Wednesday night show, we're going to pick the winner. So make sure you go over there and you get that taken care of, okay? Okay, bye.
Wonderful, wonderful.